Hello. Today we're gonna do a ranking of one of my favorite band of all time, Black Sabbath, and I won't go ahead and say all these albums are perfect, 5 out of 5, blah blah blah. You know, like some other people do. You gotta be legitimate. You gotta have a ranking. You gotta be like serious and throw some lower numbers to some, when you look at them. But I do like pretty much all of these albums, and yeah, I just want to get into them right away, just because, Black Sabbath, best band ever that graced the earth, in my opinion. Just fantastic. So number 20, it's kind of an obvious answer, and I kind of hate putting this at last place, because, everyone else does. But Forbidden, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is. I do think there is some weird stuff with it. The rappers part just don't bother me. It's just the songs aren't as memorable, but the production isn't as memorable. And even then, Tony Martin singing, it was just not as memorable. No problems with Tony Martin, it's just you're probably going to see a lot more of the Tony Martin here on the bottom. In fact, Tony Martin, there isn't even one in the top 10. I'll tell you that now. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but yeah, a 19th place 7-star. You might want to maybe wondering, why the hell did I put this here? It's a good album. It's a good album on its own. It's just, it's never really stuck out to me personally. In this catalog, like a lot of others do. And it is a better album than Forbidden, I'll say. And there's some good songs on here. There is some good songs. But it's maybe the best Tony Iommi solo album. But definitely not the best Sabbath album. There should have been an Iommi solo album. But unfortunately, the studio wanted to bank on the Sabbath. Number 18, Technical Ecstasy. I think this one's kind of obvious why I put it here. There's a lot of cool songs on it. I remember, like All Moving Parts Stand Still is a pretty fun little thing. There's some other songs on here that's pretty little fun, but it's a fun, decent Sabbath album. If you're wondering why I'm recording on here, it's because, the chair is all clogged up. But it's a fun little album. It's just not the best Sabbath album, unfortunately. And next up is Tear. Cool concept. I really like the concept of the album, but it just never really stuck out to me as much, as other ones. It's a good album. It sounds really good. I really like the sound of it, the production. Tony Martin's vocals are great. But that's it, really, to be honest, so that I can talk about with that album. Because, there's not a lot of cons with a lot of these albums, I would say. It's just like, I have to find a con to put it under this here, or to put a pro to put it up above this. Except it's cross purposes. I think it sounds better than Tear, in my personal opinion. I know people would say that Tear sounds better. But, I think cross purposes is an underrated little gem that should have. I think we're getting into the really good territory, the really, really good albums. It's a really good little gem in this catalog that should have been looked at. Same with the next part, number 15, The Eternal Idol. You might be wondering, why is there 20 albums instead of 19? You'll see. The Eternal Idol is great songs. The Shining is a great song, especially. That's a song that really sticks out to me on that album. It's the beginning of the Tony Martin era. But we'll get to the best one soon. The one I think really he had a shining grace on. Next up at number 14 is 13. I want to put 13 a bit higher. It's funny that it was one number away from 13. But I want to put 13 higher, the thing is that, well, it's a good finale album. It's a really good finale album. It sounds good. The songs on it are pretty decent. Yeah, it might sound a bit repetitive, but it's fast paced. It's good. It sounds like a dark album, like their original intended style was, a dark sound. And 13 has some of the best songs. God is Dead, Methodemic, um, just to name a few. Some good stuff on here. And then now we're at number 13, which is Headless Cross. And Headless Cross was like Tony Martin's second album with the band. And yeah, it's really, really good. This is a definite underrated gem in the catalog that should be looked at more. And should be remastered for the friggin' streaming services, because they don't stream it like any of these Tony Martin albums. I hope this video doesn't age well, just because I want to. Just because, it'd be better to hear those albums on the go, on streaming, and then still the CDs are out, but you have to buy the news, Number 12, Born Again. Great album. Ian Gillan friggin' screaming a storm, like screaming and wailing, and some heavy songs on here. Digital Mitch, Zero, The Hero, like all that. Like, I like the, I like Deep Purple and I like Sabbath. Combining those two, it makes a really good, makes a really fun album, really fun ride. I think this one definitely needs to get some more attention. The album cover sucks, though. That's a terrible cover. Number 11, Dehumanizer. Oh man, I want to put this one higher. It's heavy, it's fast, it's fun. Because I found it fun, to be honest. I like the songs TV Crimes, of course. After All the Dead, and like Time Machine. All that was friggin' great, And number 10 is the outlier in this album, the one that most lists wouldn't even include, because it's technically not called Sabbath. I count it. It's the Mob Rules lineup, Sabbath. The band was originally supposed to be Black Sabbath, but except there would have been two Black Sabbaths at the same time. And it has Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler, So, Devil You Know, it counts. Number 10, Devil You Know. Great reunion. And, I'm not making a ranking of all Heaven and Hell albums and only just have one actual studio album. Because the other two are just live. Master of Reality is number 9. This one is gonna grind some gears, unfortunately. Because, I want to put this higher. I want to say that this is my favorite. Because, 10-1 are some of the best albums ever made. In my opinion, Master of Reality is fantastic. One of their best endings, Into the Void. Dun, 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 dun. Sweet Leaf, Lord of this World. All of those songs, amazing. Amazing album. It's very sludgy, doom, dark album. Sounds great. Number 8, Paranoid. One of the most inspirational heavy metal albums ever recorded. One of the worst album covers of all time, though. It was meant to be called War Pigs, which makes sense with the cover, but it's still not great. It's still not fantastic cover, but, great songs, Could name them all, really, like War Pigs / Luke's Wall, Iron Man, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Fairies Wear Boots, Jack the Stripper, trying to remember the other titles. Shoot. I might include them later, if I could. Yeah, great album. Number 7, I put the debut above Paranoid. The debut started the band, for one, but also it still sounds really good. It sounds really haunting, in my opinion, really mysterious, has that kind of mystery to it. It's great, the title track, The Wizard, the friggin' final songs and stuff, NIB, Bastard, basically, and all that. What was the last one? I forgot. Was it like Bit or something? I don't know. Very good. Very, very good. Sounds great too. Number 6, Volume 4. Volume 4 is another great album, Supernaut is one of the friggin' best. Changes, FX, all that, Great, great album. Sounds good. Sounds heavy. It sounds dark. It sounds quite disturbing, actually. In my opinion, it sounds quite disturbing. But it's very dark, very grim. I love it. One of my favorite Sabbath albums, of course. Now we're at number 5, Sabotage. I should have had this at number 1, probably, but yeah, unfortunately, no, it's at number 5. Symptom of the Universe, Hole in the Sky. Other songs on it, great, fast, heavy, dark, sort of progressive in a way. Megalomania, that's a good song too. Awesome. And number 4, Never Say Die. I'm already seeing the dislike bomb coming. I get it. I get that it's not the best Sabbath album, probably. It sounds friggin' weird as hell. The songs on there are very good. Johnny Blade, Junior's Eyes, Air Dance, and all that. Like, the weird, songs that very heavy on, bass and synthetics and stuff. Very strange, very cocaine-induced album. Very much an album with imagination. Because, the cocaine and all that. Just crazy. Number 3, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I love that track. Progressive, dark, really haunting out. Gives me the chills every time I hear it, to be honest. It's especially the rest of very haunting, very heavy. Great album. All through and through. Number 2, I was flip-flopping between which one is better. Is it Mob Rules or is it Heaven and Hell? For number 2, I'm going to go with Mob Rules. For the reason that, even though it has the best Sabbath song of all time, The Sign of the Salvard Cross, and other great songs, Mob Rules, E150, and all that, Heaven and Hell is just a far superior album. But Mob Rules, fantastic. One of the best. Those two are up there as some of my favorite albums of all time. But Heaven and Hell, I think is probably better. Neon Nights, Children of Sea, Die Young, Lady Evil, the title track, Walk Away, all of that. Fantastic album. Sounds great, feels mysterious, it's heavy, it's anthemic, powerful. It's great. Vocals are amazing by Ronnie James Dio. The riffing is great by Tony. The bass is pretty good on it by Geezer. And the drumming, drumming from Bill Ward for a little while. Before, what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. Before the other guy came in, I think it's Vinny Appice, I want to say. Don't correct me on that in the comments down below. But yeah. So I think Heaven and Hell probably is the best Sabbath album of all time. Those two could flip flop though, because they're both pretty good albums. One is like Country Girl and E150 and Mob Rules and Sign of the Salvard Cross and all this. The other has the other great songs and stuff, but that's the order. So number 1, Heaven and Hell. Number 2, Mob Rules. Number 3, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Number 4, Never Say Die. Number 5, Sabotage. Number 6, Volume 4. Number 7, Debut. Number 8, Paranoid. Number 9, Master Reality. Number 10, Devil Unit. Number 11, Dehumanizing. Number 12, Born Again. Number 13, Hellas Cross. Number 14, 13. I just can't believe I did that. Number 15, The Eternal Idol. Number 16, Cross Purposes. Number 17, Tear. Number 18, Technical Elasticity. And number 19, 7 Star. And number 20, Forbidden. Anyways, thank you for watching. Tell me what your favorite Sabbath albums are down below. Which one's your least favorite? Which one's your favorite? You have the right to disagree. You have the right to agree, and you have the right to have a conversation about anything. What's your favorite era of the band? Ozzy, Dio, Ian Gillan, or the one-offs? Ian Gillan, Glenn Hughes, and what's the other guy? Tony Martin. Yeah. Well, tell whatever your favorite era of the band is. And feel free to just talk in the comments. This is what this place is for. It's a welcoming place and really what matters is that you all listen to Sabbath, because Sabbath is especially on me, one of the most important metal bands ever made, one of the most influential bands of all time, of course, but just definitely one of the greatest ever. Great songs, great sound, great production, great singing, guitar playing, bass playing, and drum playing. Great. Anyways, thank you for watching.